angel they fall in love. So you didn't whine me.
Just see those sleigh bells jingling, ring, tingle, tingling. I'm on this lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tarila. If you are new here, I welcome you with joy. So you guys, I just finished watching a lot of Christmas movies, and I just thought it might be a good idea to like do a review, not like a recommendation, because I'm not like a movie person. I just really like to watch Christmas movies around Christmas. Okay, so kind of like a review, just like just you guys about the movies that I saw and if I think it's worth it or not. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about, and I'm going to include it in Vlogmas. So yeah, if this is something that you're interested in, please keep watching, and yeah, let's get started. The very first Christmas movie that I watched is titled Falling for Christmas. This movie is about this girl who is like the heiress to her father's empire. So her father has like a very big hotel. It's like a holiday resort. They have a competition, but not, yeah, a competition. And the owner of that, like, the competition is like an inn. Think like Travel Lodge versus Intercontinental, that sort of thing, right? So the owner of the inn was struggling because they're not getting as many customers because there's like a bigger hotel now. The owner of the inn goes to the owner of the hotel, that's this girl, the heiress's father, and tries to convince him to invest, but he's like, oh, he's not interested, blah blah blah. Anyways, after that meeting, the owner of the inn and the heiress bump into each other, but she doesn't really like, she doesn't pay attention to him anyway, because she's like self-consumed. She's kind of arrogant. She's like into herself and everything. Her boyfriend was supposed to stay in her dad's hotel for a couple of days, and so I think they went skiing and he proposed to her there. And then I think they were taking a picture of the ring to post online, and then they had an accident. So she slipped and fell down. He also slipped and fell, but he stood up immediately and he was fine. I don't think he even looked for her. I think he just like dusted himself up, and like he was trying to find network on his phone so that he can record what just happened. Like I said, he's a social media addict. But the heiress, on the other hand, fell and she passed out. And guess who found her, guys? Yeah, you got it right. The owner of the inn. So that one took her to the hospital, and then they found out that she had lost her memory, and she didn't know who she was. She didn't know where she came from. Nothing like that. She didn't know her name. So the sheriff now said she will have to stay in the hospital, or was it the doctor? I can't remember. Said that she should stay in the hospital. The inn owner said, oh, that they have space in their inn, she can come and stay with them. I'm sure at this point that people can predict what will happen at the end, Abby. It's a regular cliche Christmas movie. So anyways, she ends up staying at the inn with the owner of the inn, his mom and his daughter. They become fond of each other, they fall in love, and then she comes up with a plan to help him save the inn, to like make it better and everything. And on the night of, they were doing a party, I think. So at the end of the day, right, her dad started to look for her because he thought that she was just somewhere in the hotel being her normal self, but then he realized that she wasn't there. So he went to look for her. He bumped into her boyfriend, third fiance. Then he saw the sheriff, and the sheriff was like, oh, I know where your daughter is, blah blah blah. So the child went there. So at the party, she was about to give a speech, I think, and then her dad and her boyfriend entered the place. They took her away, and that was it. And everybody was sad because obviously that she now remembered her name. I remember that she was engaged to be married and all of that. Her dad did not like this her boyfriend, by the way. So yeah, she went back to living her life and everything, but she felt lost, like something was missing. So at the end of the day, she broke up with the boyfriend slash fiance, and then she decided not to go back to where she came from, or she decided not to take over her father's business. Instead, she decided to work with the owner of the inn to help him revive his inn and everything. So yeah, that's the end of this movie, Falling for Christmas. Like I said, is a cliche Christmas movie about how girl meets boy, they fall in love, Christmas miracle, hooray, they will fight. At the end of the day, they will make up and everything. It was a good Christmas movie, but I will rate it a 6/10 because it's like the same storyline, same storyline. Like, can you give us, I don't know, different Christmas movies? So the next Christmas movie I'm going to be reviewing is Christmas with You. Now, this movie, I was confused for half the time. I didn't understand what was going on. It kind of had like High School Musical vibe, it, I don't know. Is it High School Musical or like these Disney movies, those Disney movies of those days? It had that sort of vibe. I don't know. Anyways, it's about a musician that was kind of old, a musician that is no longer reigning. You get, so her management was about to drop her, and then they were like, "Oh, if she comes up with a hit song for Christmas, then they will renew her contract or something like that." So she was thinking that what kind of she had writer's block basically. She was thinking of the song that she would write and everything, and she was stuck. So one night she was scrolling on social media, and then she came across a teenager's page. This teenager was singing her song. I was like, "Oh, what she wishes for Christmas is to meet her, blah blah blah." That's how she decided that, oh, she's going to do a Christmas favor for the girl, and decided to go and meet her and make her wish come true. Then from there, she now started staying in their house. From there, so the girl sings, and her dad was a music teacher in her school. So she kind of had a deal or made a deal with the girl's dad that he will help her write the song or produce the song. Then I don't even know at what point they fell in love, because, like I said, I was confused because I didn't really know what was going on. Somehow they share caught feelings for each other. Then they performed the song together, and yeah, there was also a fight because I think she was condescending, yeah, towards him. Like at the end, after some time, she realized that this stardom, that's not really what she wants. She wants love, she wants family, she wants blah blah blah. Again, same cliche storyline. So I'll rate this one a 4/10 because it was very very confusing, and it had like I don't know what vibe they were trying to go for. Like, were they expecting people in high school or like teenagers to watch the movie and enjoy it, or was the movie made for adults to watch? Because it was kind of like, what are you people doing? Like, what's going on here? So 4/10. So the next movie is Noel's Diary. Is it Noel or Noel? So this Noel's Diary is about an author. It's not really about the author or about the girl now. Okay. Anyways, how the movie started out. There was an author, his mom died recently, and then he got a call to come back home and like clear out her stuff and take some things and all of that. And then he met this girl who was looking for her mom. So her birth mom, yeah. Apparently her birth mom was the nanny of the author when she was very young, and she had a baby when she was 17. So the baby, that's the girl now, was now looking for her mom. And the guy was like, oh, he can't help, but he had a neighbor back then, like back in that neighborhood where his mom stayed. And then they went to meet the neighbor, and she sort of gave them clues and everything. And then we shall found the mom's diary. Now this auntie that was looking for her mom, she was engaged. She had fiance. She was already engaged, yes. But then she decided to go on like this trip, or like this, yeah, trip basically, to look for her mom. And the first stop was going to be the guy's dad's house, but the guy was not on talking terms with his dad because his brother died, and they had a strained relationship, right? So yeah, the guy was like, no, 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 he's not going to see his dad. He's not interested. Blah blah blah. Somehow, she convinced him. So they went together. They met his dad and everything. And on the road trip, they fell in love. And they ended up spending the night together at one particular hotel, like on their journey. Then by morning, the girl left and wrote a note that she wants that she doesn't want this type of thing. She wants something more permanent. This is just a fairy tale. Blah 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 blah. Okay, she left and dropped everything. The guy now went to go and find her mom for her and told her mom about her and everything. And then he showed up at her house and was like, he loves her, blah blah blah. She should come outside. She said no, she does not love him. That she has a fiance. He should go away. He went away now. So as he was about to leave his mom's house, he saw the girl. Abi? Is that how it ended? I can't remember. The girl went back to meet him. Apparently, she left her fiance and she went with the guy that she fell in love with after like 2 3 days on the road. I will rate it. I'll just give it 7/10. It was nice. It was a nice movie, really. A lot of motionless. If you like all these romantic things, yeah, it was nice, sha. And there are some lessons there about like forgiveness, about healing after losing a loved one, lessons about family, unity, and everything. So yeah, I'll give it a 7/10. That's Noel's Diary. Now this one, I don't even know why I'm mentioning is because I did not reach 1 hour in this movie. I turned it off. A New York Christmas Wedding. It was not making sense. As in 10 minutes, in fact 5 minutes into the movie, I was like, what is this rubbish? What is this rubbish? My husband was like, put it off. I said, no, I want to see what will happen. I think I reached like 30 minutes. I was like, I beg, I beg, I beg. I removed it. Very, very, no head, no tail. This is how the movie started. There's this auntie engaged to be married, and she was planning her wedding. So the next thing was her having dinner with her fiance and her mother-in-law, her father-in-law. And then her mother-in-law was saying some things that she didn't like. So she got upset and she decided to go out for a run. Then she saw this guy that like sort of had an accident. He was riding a bike and then a car hit him, but he was fine. So she said, oh, she will walk with him just to make sure that he's okay. As they were walking, she was telling him about how she was telling him about her wedding plan, that why does her mother-in-law want her to have her wedding on Christmas Eve? This is a stranger. Why are you telling him your life problems? Anyways, so Shisha told him, and he said something like, tomorrow when she wakes up, everything will be new and she will have a chance to decide something, something, something. Now, okay, so the very beginning of the movie, right? They showed her on the phone with her best friend. She was telling her best friend that her best friend should come and help her decorate the tree. And her best friend was like, oh, why is she depending on her so much? She should decorate the tree by herself. So they had a fight and she was like, leave me alone, blah, 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 blah. So when she woke up the next morning, she now saw that her best friend that she fought with. And apparently they were engaged. So from where to where? So she decided to walk the dog. As she was walking the dog, she now met the guy that was riding bike. Please, people should follow this story. She met the guy that was riding the bike that fell down. Turns out that one is her guardian angel, and he just wanted her to see what her life would have been like with her first love. So you see that it did not make sense. Okay, this your best friend is your first love, but he did not tell us that in the beginning. It was just like, my best friend does not want to come and help me decorate my Christmas tree. Normal best friend fight. So how did we go from that to now being engaged? And then from there, they started like planning their wedding. Then they went to this church and they were trying to convince the Reverend Father that same-sex marriage is acceptable by the state, so they should allow them to get married. So I'm just like, it was very confusing. Like, from where to where to where? Why are we all of a sudden advocating for same-sex marriage when it was not even stated in the beginning that you people are in love? It was just like a normal teenage fight between friends. You get? So very confusing, very stupid, very unnecessary. You have headache. Those first 30 minutes you have headache. So don't even bother. Don't bother. I'm annoyed. The next one is Christmas on Mistletoe Farm. This one, don't just bother. If you have children, you have younger cousins, you can put it for them. First of all, it was too long. Secondly, it was like all this, how do I explain it? All this is it whimsical now, that is the word, or animated? It was too animated. It was too. I don't know if people understand. That's the only way I can describe it. Christmas on Mistletoe Farm. I feel like it's a kids movie. Yeah, kids might not even enjoy it, but it was just about this man that, anyways, he had 5 children. He found out that his father left him a farm as his inheritance, and then he decided to go to the farm just to go and visit. All of a sudden, his children met the guy that was taking care of the farm. They decided they wanted to stay on the farm and bring back all the Christmas traditions and do it on the farm. And it was just long and just, I'll rate it 2.5/10 because it was just too long. Like, it's not something that you will sit down and enjoy as an adult, but it's like, if you have kids and they're into that sort of thing, then yeah, maybe. But to be honest, I didn't find it interesting at all. The next one is Christmas Time is Here. This one is about a realtor that met this client, like a big client that wanted to buy a property. So the agency sent a representative to her. So she started to show him around, like show him different properties and everything. Apparently he had his eyes set on her family inn. They had like an inn, like a small resort in that place. But she didn't want to tell him that it belonged to her family. She was just like, it's not for sale, blah blah blah. Let me show you this other place. The guy eventually she found out that it was her family's own, and they were spending a lot of time together because she was showing him different properties and everything. So he decided that he wasn't going to pursue that particular property, her family property. Anyways, his boss was putting pressure on him that no, they want to buy that particular one, they want to buy that one, blah blah blah. So he had no choice. He went behind her back and went to meet her dad. So actually, her dad wanted to sell it, but she was trying to convince her dad that he shouldn't sell. So Isha went to meet her dad and they made a deal and he sold it. But he promised her dad that they will not change too many things just so they can keep their family tradition alive or whatever. So the girl found out and she was very, very angry, and she said she trusted him, blah blah blah. She doesn't, you should get out, blah blah blah. Anyway, at the end of the day, you know what happened. Nisha found a way to not sell the property anymore, and then she ended up. I think the guy quit his job. So his boss came. There was like a Christmas party. He now quit his job and said, "Oh, he doesn't want to work for her anymore." Suddenly, there was now another couple there that said, "Oh, they are going to give him money, or they will invest so that he will now be the manager of the property, and he's not going back to where he came from. I think he came from the city to this particular town. He's not going back there. He'll stay there and he'll manage the property and everything." 5/10, because it's still the same storyline. Somebody moves somewhere, they meet somebody, there's a little fight, then they make up, then they drop their life that they left from wherever, whatever town they came from. They will drop it and forget so that they can stay in the new town with the person that they fallen in love with. So that's that about that. Now, I have saved the best for last. This was the last Christmas movie I watched, and it was hilarious. Because what's going on here? This one is titled "Angel Falls for Christmas." I be Angel Falls Christmas. It's about a workaholic doctor that didn't have like Christmas spirit because she lost her parents during one Christmas. So like Christmas was not a fun time for her at all. So she had a boyfriend, and that was like a Christmas fanatic, and she wasn't. So that was Sha trying to convince her that during Christmas she should come to his family house, she shouldn't work too much. But instead she took extra shifts so that she'll work on Christmas Eve, and I think on Christmas Day. The guy was Sha angry, and he was like, when their goals don't align, so the Sha broke up. So she went for a tree lighting event and decided that she's going to prove her boyfriend wrong, her ex-boyfriend, that she will prove him wrong, that she has the Christmas spirit. So she wrote a checklist of different things that she would do during Christmas. And then she met this guy at the tree lighting event, and then decided doing all the things together, all the things on her list, like baking cookies, going tree shopping, and everything. Turns out the guy she met is an angel that was sent to revive the Christmas spirit in her. So they were doing everything together. Then her ex-boyfriend now found out that she was hanging out with this new guy. Now thought, she has moved on so fast, blah blah blah. It was sad. His family was telling him to call her. He said no, not call her. Then the angel on the other hand was trying to convince her too that she should go back to him. She should go back to him. She said no or something. That's how before we knew it, the angel started falling in love. Hey, she angel they fall in love. She you dey whine me. Oh. I kid you not, you guys. Angel fell in love with her. The angel was supposed to finish his assignment and go back to heaven on Christmas Day. He now told the senior angel that he will not go, that they have something good, they have chemistry. So he doesn't think he will want to go back, that he wants to stay and build something. Yeah? I paused the film. I was looking at the TV like this, that what is going on here? You go. Angel, don't lose God. It was so hilarious. Anyway, so they were talking one day, and then the angel realized that she still really loves this her ex-boyfriend though. So as an angel, now angels are good. So he decided to just be good and be selfless, and he told her that, you know what, she should just pursue him. She should go back to her ex, that they are good together. So Isha encouraged her, and then she went back to her ex. Then that one, Sha proposed to her. They made up, and they got back together. And that's the end of my story. So this one, I'm going to rate it an 8 over 10. It was a fun movie, to be honest. It was nice. And it was just funny. 8 over 10 because it was very funny. Like, from where? Angel, they sent you to come and do something. You fell in love. I don't understand. So yeah, it was a nice movie. Still cliche, sharp, but it wasn't like the cliche. Oh, I'm engaged to somebody. I've gone to a new town. I've met somebody new. I fall in love with this new person. I'll leave the person I was engaged with. No, but yeah, it was still about like the importance of Christmas and how, there are things that are more important than work. Around Christmas, just spend time with your family, take time off work, and yeah, have fun and enjoy the season. So yes, guys, these are the movies, the Christmas movies that I've watched so far. There are still so many that I'm going to watch. I hope I don't see any other one like this last Angel one that I watched. So if I would recommend any of these movies, I will recommend Noel's Diary. I will recommend Angel Falls for Christmas. I'll be Angel Falls Christmas. I recommend that one because it was funny. In fact, I recommend almost everything apart from that very stupid one that I told you about. So yeah, if you've seen these movies, let me know in the comment section. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? And yeah, guys, that's that about that. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.